I have not posted a video in a while, so this is a video to catch up. So what actually happened was that I ended up getting a job, and I wasn't expecting this a few months ago, that this job was going to have me be contractually obligated not to submit any videos. However, that was one of the main reasons why I haven't submitted any videos, because contractually I couldn't. However, luckily that is over now, and I don't need to worry about this contract anymore. So moving on, I decided to make some videos. I just wanted to catch up, especially with the Switch and what's been going on. I did end up getting a Switch. I got it a day late, which was kind of a disappointment for me because I wanted to do an unboxing and everything. However, the unboxing wasn't going to happen after the contract thing. Anyways, so I was thinking about posting some of those videos, but at the current moment it's a bit late, so I'm just gonna not go ahead and do something different. Nothing much has happened. The Switch personally, it's been a really great system. All the fears that the Nintendo Direct, that the last one that everyone considered a system revealed, were kind of unfounded. This motion control doesn't play much of a thing on the system. It does somewhat, but it's not bad. It's being integrated quite well. I think the days of like the way the gimmicky Wii U type of games that were released, that whole motion control fad is kind of over. So we don't have to worry about it. I think motion controls from now on will be used quite well and quite nicely. I am looking forward to some of the games like ARMS, so that might actually be kind of cool. But at the same time, I'm kind of a little bit iffy about it, since at first I wasn't 100% sold on that, but nowadays I'm getting a little bit slightly more hyped because I want to just experience what those motion controls can do. However, I hope something better comes along in the future. Yeah, the Switch has somewhat of a drought at the moment with games. And on that other topic, should you buy a Switch right now? That depends, I would say. Like, I've played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on both the Wii U now and on the Switch, and the reason I played it on the Wii U is because I can get it in English, being in Japan at the moment. That was kind of difficult to do, but I managed to buy it on the eShop, and I decided to buy the Switch, the one you can buy at the store, because I wanted the whole game case and the cartridge and everything. I don't know, actually, I never actually looked and see if I can change the language on it. I was just not really focusing on it. It's possible, but anyways, I played it both in English and Japanese just for the fun of it. And I must say, I enjoyed both versions of the game equally the same. I didn't notice a difference. The Wii U version and the Switch version were basically identical. The Switch's screen does look better when you're playing it in handheld mode than the Wii U one. But that's just a given because the screen's slightly better. But other than that, I mean, if all you want to do is play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and you have a Wii U, and there really isn't a need to upgrade to the Switch. Personally, I know some people might think differently. Like, if you really want a Switch, go ahead and buy it. If you can find it, of course. But if you can't, and you're satisfied with the Wii U, there really is no reason to upgrade at the moment. I mean, there's not really any games out there, I would say. I mean, there's some that some people like Snipper Clips and stuff. But other than that, there's really nothing on the system that's been motivating me. It's actually collecting dust at the moment because I'm not using it. I'm not a big handheld gamer myself, so I mean, and personally, I haven't touched the PlayStation 4 nor an Xbox One in God knows how long. I do tend to play, or at least want to play more on PC. I used to be a PC gamer years ago, but I've lost my gaming PC. And that will be my next hobby. But specifically at the current topic I have now, if you a Switch, you should buy it. However, if you can hold off on it, I would say go ahead and hold off, because like I'm pretty sure we'll see some upgrades to this, at least something to do with the Joy-Con grips and stuff like that fixed and corrected by Nintendo. I'm pretty sure Nintendo always upgrades their systems every once in a while, especially their handhelds. They come in different variations just really quickly. I was always disappointed that I bought a Game Boy Advance, for instance, when it came out, because I couldn't see that screen. Like I would have to be under direct sunlight in order to see that screen and enjoy the game. But for the most part, it really killed the enjoyment of that system. And then not too long after that, we got the Game Boy Advance SP, and that thing was fantastic because it had a backlit and everything. It just changed everything, personally. So if you can wait, I'm pretty sure a lot of the things that the Switch has at the moment will be corrected, and they'll be much better. But if you can't, just go ahead and buy it. I mean, the system's great as it is at the moment. Hopefully you won't face any technical difficulties with using the system, specifically because, I mean, those are rare. Like, every system when they come out always has those. Nintendo, I must admit, I'm a little bit disappointed because they never had as many issues as they seem to be having with the Switch. However, I'm not sure if it's because of the internet that we're seeing more of those. or if it's possibly that there's something wrong with the system, or if it was rushed or something. I have a feeling it's mostly because of the internet. Like, it's the same effect that you see with the news. Like, nowadays there's more shootings and stuff, and in reality what may be causing all this is the fact that the news is more easily available to people, and so you can, thanks to Twitter and thanks to social media, you get the news much faster, especially now you get it when it happens in even the oddest of locations, when before that news needed to travel, and by the time it traveled it was already dead and you never heard about it. But yeah, if you can wait, I'd say still you should probably wait. Like, I personally am considering from now on just waiting before I purchase any console, because every time I bought a console when it was first released, it's always had problems. Like, I already gave the story of my PlayStation 2. I bought that thing on release date. I was super happy, and it died right as the warranty ended 3 months afterwards. Because yeah, systems only had like short warranties back then, and boy, did they die once that warranty ended. But I was always disappointed with Sony since that day. And then the Xbox did better. They originally had a really small like warranty, and then they increased it to 3 years because they knew that the system had problems. And I commend Microsoft for doing that. That was pretty neat. However, a lot of people ended up buying like 3 Xbox 360s, and then just they gave up eventually, let's just say. And I totally understand with that. Personally, Nintendo's never had that problem before. I've always had good luck with Nintendo consoles. Granted, my original Wii has a problem, like specifically if you try to play it nowadays, be like some pixels that will jump on screen, and the reason for this I found out a few months after I started getting them was that if you leave your console and it goes into sleep mode and you see that yellow light, if it stays on that yellow light for too long, it'll actually fry parts of your CPU event, and that'll cause some artifacts to show up on screen. Yeah, it kind of basically means you kind of damage the system somewhat. So I was kind of like heartbroken when that happened, because like that was late in the Wii U's lifespan. Yeah, you can go out and buy one for like $50, I think even today. But yeah, it was my original system, and I kind of felt bad that it was already kind of messed up. But still, it's minor. It's not the world's worst effect that you can have. Like the original PlayStation 3 that I had broke. The Xbox 360, the original one I bought one pretty close to launch. I think it was a month afterwards because I couldn't find it right away. No, it actually was on launch. Just I couldn't find it in the first week, so I bought it like 2 weeks afterwards. That system worked quite well. I mean, it still works to this day, so I got lucky. I didn't face any of the problems, though I'm pretty sure it's a ticking time bomb, just to say. But given all that, sorry about that. Given all that, I would say pretty much I really love the Switch. On to my next topic, specifically with NVIDIA. Everyone seems to be losing, their shit over NVIDIA's graphics card update, specifically the upgrade to the Titan XP. Personally, yeah, I would be upset if I was one of the original purchasers of the $1,200 Titan X, the original Titan X XP, or the Titan X Pascal now that the new Titan X is called the Titan X XP. Anyways, besides the point, people are upset, and I totally understand that, but at the same time, like, most people that buy graphics cards, especially really expensive ones, you gotta know it's not gonna last. I mean, 5 months is kind of like a small amount of time for it to last only just those 5 months. However, given that the card, I mean, when you buy something especially that expensive, you gotta know that you're gonna be very disappointed very shortly afterwards. So I kind of expect they weren't trying. At least that market wasn't exactly for enthusiast gamers. Yes, enthusiast gamers probably did buy the card, and yes, enthusiast gamers are probably going to be very disappointed. I gotta defend NVIDIA with saying specifically that even though this really sucks that they're releasing another card, so early, like from the release of just the last one, it's gonna upset some people. I agree. However, what people shouldn't do is, I would say, especially if you bought the old Titan X from earlier this year, do not buy the new one. It's basically just kind of the same thing. You're not gonna get much better graphics. I mean, you will get better graphics, but you're not gonna notice much of a difference. It's not worth spending another $1,200. If you can get a refund, maybe, but even then, going through the work is not even necessary, because like, unless you plan to have that card for 10 years, even then you're not gonna notice much of the difference. So I think people who bought that card knew what they were getting into. They knew pretty much what why they wanted that card. And when you buy any PC parts, it's the same thing. Basically, instantly after you buy it, it becomes kind of obsolete. And that's just always been the effect of it. You can't really sit there and look at when the new thing's coming out and be disappointed about it. Most people already knew this, especially if you're much older. Like if you're anywhere in the 90s, the second you bought a PC, it was already out of date. Like it was obsolete really quickly. Like it was really fast back then. And nowadays, yeah, when you buy something that lasts a bit longer, but especially graphics cards, I can wholeheartedly say that if you buy a graphics card, you shouldn't expect it to last more than a year, being top of the line. Yeah, 5 months kind of sucks, but at the same time, at least you got that. Like, it's still a really good card. Like, it's still top of the line. It's just not the very best card at the moment. But even then, once the new cards come out this month, this year, like the Vega, maybe that won't even be the case. However, I must admit, this is the other topic I wanted to talk about. The Vega. I was really excited for the Vega. However, people should be aware that if you're going to buy the Vega, you might not be able to experience the same graphical abilities as in an NVIDIA card, specifically because NVIDIA's kind of graphical capabilities are not open source like AMD's are. So there's certain effects that you're always going to miss out if you buy a non-NVIDIA card, and that's unfortunate. However, there are patches and certain workarounds that do kind of fill in for this, but from experience having bought graphics cards for years and years, if you don't buy the one that's the most popular, you're always going to miss out on something. And even though the Vega is going to be graphically superior maybe to the 1080 Ti or 1080 Ti, whatever you want to call it, you might still miss out, and that's kind of unfortunate. So if you really care about that, then waiting for the Vega, like, it's going to be kind of pointless, even if it is graphically superior to anything NVIDIA releases at the moment, unfortunately. However, price is a big determinant on this, and if the price is really good, I'd still go with the Vega. However, I was really hyped up for the Vega, I must admit, and then I kept remembering this and doing more research on it, and I remembered that this is one of the issues with most graphics cards. So personally, I don't know if I'm going to buy the Vega anymore. I was going to go ahead and buy it, especially with my new PC, whenever I have enough money to buy it. As you can see, I'm probably going to review in the future the current PC I have, which isn't that good. I bought it 5 years ago, and it's a really shitty laptop. And I'm also going to review this, my phone, the phone that I mostly use nowadays. It's still, but that's for the future of the channel. It's still pretty good. I bought it a few years ago, but however, I'm was a student not too long ago, so it's kind of hard for me to go out and purchase things. But now that I can settle down a bit more, I probably will be able to purchase newer things. However, I'm still hoping that I can make more money so I can buy a computer. The computer I do recommend right now, not to diss AMD, it is the AMD Ryzen 7 CPU, at least for what I'm going to use. I was really hoping to get a Ryzen CPU soon, just so I can get a computer and get a computer that actually works. I've been out of the loop with computers for almost 10 years now, simply because I've been going to school and jumping around place to place, so I couldn't really sit down and buy a desktop. However, I'm going ahead and I'm going to try to raise enough money to do this. Once I do, my channel will improve. My content is about to evolve, and that's always been a point of this channel. Like, if you hadn't noticed, most of my videos have been really bad gameplay, and there's been a reason for that. It was part of a joke. On top of that, it is part of what's going on, so it will continue to evolve. Anyways, that's everything I gotta say. Like, there really is nothing else that's been happening. Just to let you know, this is gonna become much more exciting as time goes on. Anyways, guys, I'm signing out. Have a good day. Bye.